Advanced analytics have changed the game of basketball. We rely less and less on the eye test and more on percentages, looking at trends and trying to figure out every variable imaginable. The Rockets took this to the next level where Mike D'Antoni said, "We are going to win games shooting as many three-pointers, layups, and free throws as we possibly can." So what's the most important stat of them all? How can we best predict who will win and be in the championship game? Is it three-point percentage, free throws attempted, offensive efficiency, defensive rating? Well, I came across a study that says no, it's none of these, and they were able to correlate the best players and teams in the NBA and who would be in the championship based off of which teams gave the most high fives. Okay, this got my attention, so let's dive deeper. Well, let's look at this study done at UC Berkeley by Dr. Keltner, who set out to see the impact of touch in sporting events, because he knew the importance of touching in everyday life, and he's quoted saying, "You can communicate really important emotions like gratitude, compassion, love, and anger just through brief touches." He set out this experiment to see if it applies to sport, and we see teams every single game give high fives, fist bumps, embrace each other, chest bumps, and it turns out, yes, there is a correlation. A long-term study done throughout an entire NBA season in 2009. Throughout the games, they counted every single touch non-game related. This obviously took months and months, but they were able to accurately predict how well teams were doing in the game, their record throughout the season, and even their playoff success. The two teams this season who had the most touching were the Lakers and the Celtics. The Lakers had the second best record in the NBA and won the championship, and the Celtics had the third best record in the NBA. However, they lost in the second round of the playoffs. But they also had the number one, you could say, touchy person in the league by far in Kevin Garnett. So what gives? Well, they also asked players about this phenomenon, and they got some really interesting answers. David Lee, who just won a ring with the Golden State Warriors a few years ago, said, "Every team has talent, but it's the teams that get along the best and have each other's backs that wins." I think this can be contagious. You run into a timeout and the whole bench gets up, congratulates one another. That kind of stuff is what keeps the energy up during the game and throughout a long season also. You see this a lot at the free throw line. After makes and missed free throws, everyone comes up and gives you a high five just to reassure you and your teammate whether you make it or miss it, you're good, we got you, let's win this game. After a made three, or like David said, running into a timeout, a hug, a side bump, anything. It creates a brotherhood and a culture that is really unspoken and apparently has other consequences as well. Dr. Keltner also reported that teams with higher touches per game were more selfless with their plays, setting extra screens, making extra passes, made the extra effort to help out teammates on the defensive end when their man got beat. This also goes to close games, comebacks, everything. The most touchy teams were the most efficient. So on this channel, we talk about basketball every single day. And by the way, if you love basketball, make sure to subscribe and like this video. But one thing you might not know is I'm a senior at San Diego State University and I'm a psychology major, so this is right up my alley. So what do I make of all of this? Well, I agree with the statement and the study to an extent. This is not the end-all be-all stat and you can rely on like this article might imply. I don't care if the Orlando Magic full-on bro hug after every single made basket. They would not beat the Brooklyn Nets in a 7-game series. That being said, it is a huge part of the game that shouldn't be overlooked. And what's beautiful about it is you really can't force it. You're not going to touch someone you don't like, so teams that genuinely like each other, get along, support each other, and have a positive culture and going to show more love and build each other up and have attitudes of winning more than teams that just don't like each other. And teams that have this culture and show love are more likely to do better, and that's why when they get down in close games, they have overall more team success. But I think it's more of a testament to how well they like each other and the culture and the program, more so than the touches themselves. I think the touches are more of a byproduct. I think the touches and the embraces are a byproduct of the culture and brotherhood. But let me know what you guys think. I thought this article was super interesting, so I just had to share it with you guys. And like I said before, make sure to like the video if you like it, comment down below what you think, and make sure to subscribe. And as always, I will see you tomorrow. Peace!